Hello, 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 everyone. This is Big Zo 20 coming at you with another Late to the Table podcast. And yes, I am back. And I really wanted to jump on this topic because I felt very passionate about it. Now, this particular topic is not necessarily a Late to the Table type topic. I'm not late to this topic. It just came out today. But I felt so passionate about it that I felt inclined and obligated to come on here and share my thoughts about what was going on. So, Malik Yoba, if you don't know who that is, Malik Yoba is he was on Why Did I Get Married? He was also in a popular Fox show back when I was growing up called New York Undercover. I used to love watching that show late at night on Saturday nights. I think it would come on at 10. I used to love watching it. Used to love the storylines, and I liked Malik's character on there. He was also on the first season of Empire, and he's been in many other projects as well. So Malik Yoba comes out in light of a young man, I believe, who just committed suicide in Philadelphia because of the backlash of him being attracted to trans women, which is very sad, and we'll get to that in a second. But in light of that story, Malik Yoba came out and spoke on this topic and stated that he too is indeed attracted to trans women. Now, he did not specify whether or not he was in a relationship with a trans woman or not. I'm not sure. I didn't watch the whole clip. I only saw a snippet of it. But he invites the black community, and mostly black men, to show their support of their fellow black people and trans women of color. And he's going on the trans walk and just being very supportive of trans women, and most importantly, trans women of color. Now, I applaud this. Now, I just want to take a moment right here and just give my thoughts about him coming out. I applaud this. Living in your truth and speaking your truth. However, it's nobody's fucking business. If you are attracted to trans women, it's no one's business that you're attracted to trans women. And the fact that you had to come out to tell people because, I applaud him coming out because he felt inclined to talk about it because of the story that happened. So for that matter, I definitely agree with him. For that matter, I definitely stand and give him a standing ovation for that. However, let's talk about a couple of things, okay? So since this has happened, a lot of people have come forward and a lot of people have given their fucking basic ass opinions that nobody asked for. And it's just really, truly sad. And I know this of the black community. I know that they're the most homophobic, transphobic, just LGBTQ hating ass people that you will ever find. Just a whole group of people that you'll ever find grouped together that hates the LGBTQ community. And the phobia is so thick. As we stated before, there was a young man who committed suicide just because he admitted that he was attracted to trans women. This pisses me off because for all you black women out there who are shaming Malik Yoba and who shamed the young man who committed suicide, first of all, I don't mean to be just attacking black women. I'm going to go to black men in a moment, because that's a given. But to all the black women out there who are shaming them, shame on you bitches, because you're the main ones who are always talking about, I don't want my man to be DL. I want my man to be honest about it. Don't be ruining people's lives. Be honest about who you are. Okay, and so when someone is completely and utterly honest about who they are, then you shame them, then you talk about them. Oh, all niggas is gay, and that's why I can't find a good man. Oh, praise us. Oh, Lord, we in the last days. This is the reason why men stay in the closet. This is the reason why men marry you and your sisters and your daughters and your cousins, and they hide who they are and are out there sleeping with other men. Yes, I'm putting the blame on you too. The blame is also on them for being deceivers. But I'm also putting the blame on you as well. Because how dare you sit here and say that you would rather someone live in their truth than ruin someone's life. But when someone lives in their truth, when someone lives in their truth, you shame them, you bully them, you harass them. To the point where they do hide. To the point where your sons or your best friends or your cousins or your nephews see this and they say, I can never come out and be gay. I can never come out and be trans attracted. Which, by the way, there's a whole different conversation on whether or not Malik Yoba is considered straight or gay just because he's attracted to trans women and will have, relations with trans women. That's a whole different story. We don't need to be going around labeling people when you don't fucking understand the narrative, bitch. You come to the movie and not really understand the movie, you can't comment on the movie, bitch. So if you don't really understand, don't be calling people, he's just gay. He's gay. That's all the comments I be seeing and hearing. Anyway, so also collectively on that matter, there's something else I wanted to say about black men. We'll get to that in a second. About the amount of trans women of color who've been murdered by black men out there. Because that's another thing I've been seeing. Black men are saying, Malik Yoba, you can't force us to like trans women. He's not trying to force you to like trans women. He's forcing you to respect humankind. He's calling you to task. And this is the reason why I cannot get behind Black Lives Matter. I can't get behind the black movement. I am a proud black queer man. But black people hate me because of that. You say that you want equality. You say that Black Lives Matter, but you murder and kill your own because you don't like their lifestyle. You don't like who they are, gender identity-wise. All these women out there who have been murdered, these lovely human beings out there, these trans women of color who have been murdered, and all you see in the comment sections are, "Woo, yes, that was God's work. That was God's work in my hood. We would have been kept that nigga. Yes, child, that was God's doing, honey. Shame on you." But let's get back to Malik Yoba. So Malik Yoba's baby mother, I'm not sure if she was his ex-wife or whatever, but his baby mother came out and she said that she was supportive of his, choices, and she was supportive of the trans relationship that he was already in, which that was shade in itself. That was a shot that she threw, by the way, because I don't believe that Malik Yoba said anything about him being in a trans relationship right now, a relationship with a trans woman. But she put it out there, and that was not your business to tell. But she said, I wish, she goes on to how she wished he would have talked to the children first about this, and kind of prepped them for it before he did that. Now, on one hand, I can see where she's coming from. On the other hand, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna sound so awful when I say this. It's not about the children. If this man felt like he needed to do this for himself, then he needed to do it for himself. And secondly, a lot of people are sided with the baby mama, talking about oh yes, she drugged him, and yes, I'm on her side. No, bitch. If you truly were supportive of him, bitch, you should have called him and talked to him privately about this. But you decided to jump on social media and you decided to make it public as well, and be a public and just shine a spotlight on and try to put something negative on something positive that he's doing. And his standing up and saying, yes, there are men out there who are attracted to trans women, and yes, there's nothing wrong with that. And instead of you coming to him in private and saying, hey, I wish you would have talked to the children first, you decided to put a negative spin on it. Also, there's also this thing going out now, as soon as he came out as trans attracted, now all of a sudden he's being accused of pedophilia. Now all of a sudden he's been accused of soliciting minors for sex. I'm not saying it's not true, but I side-eyed that story. I give it the big side-eye. A lot of people are saying that, oh, the only reason he's coming out now is to kind of cover up the fact that he's been sleeping with underage kids. I have never heard that, and I did not hear that until he came out. So that's the reason why I call bullshit on that story. Also, a lot of people are saying that the only reason he's coming out right now is because he didn't want to be exposed for being in a relationship with a trans woman. And to that I say, yes, work. Absolutely. The best way to stop scandal and gossip from ruining your life is to go ahead and step out into the light and living your truth. There are many celebrities out there who sleep with trans women. There are many celebrities out there who sleep with gay men and gay women. There are many celebrities out there who are doing things that will make y'all feel some kind of way. Okay? And the only reason they're hiding it is because we've been groomed and conditioned to think that it's wrong. Oh, it's so wrong. That's just so unnatural. That's so wrong. Trans women have been around since the dawn of fucking time. So is trans men. It is not new age, honey. It is not new age. If you read a book, or if you did your fucking research, you would know that trans people have been around for a long time. Ancient Indian tribes and ancient African tribes used to call them two-spirits, used to give them shaman positions, treated them with respect because they kind of thought they were on a different level because they showed both sides of the gender spectrum. Honey, I can go into this all day. I can. I'm over this whole thing. And for all the people out there who are bullying people who are admitting to being attracted to trans women, let me just tell y'all this. I have several trans female friends, and let me tell you, bitch, back when Craigslist was popping, not even just Craigslist, any dating app, you can find them on Plenty of Fish, you can find them on Tinder, you can find them on Tagged, and they will let you know, like, bitch, I'm a trans woman, I'm a sexy ass trans woman, and you can look at their inbox and see it filled with the men claiming to be quote unquote straight or in relationships who are like, I am so attracted to you. I don't care that you're trans. Now they don't do it on their public page, but they do it in their inboxes because why? They're scared to say it out in public. So if you think that Malik Yoba is something new, honey, he's just the one being honest. Anyway, that was my Late2daTable podcast. I will probably be revisiting this subject even more and in even more detail. As more information comes out, I may stop following it because I'm just so sick of the negative bullshit. People just love people. Let people live. Let people love who they want to love. Like, why are you so pressed about it? It's none of your business. You know, let them do them. Anyway, you guys, tell me what you think about Malik Yoba. And I hope that you guys take so much positivity from this message. Be who you are. Love who you want to love as long as it's between two consenting adults. And yeah, live, let live, laugh, and love. Goodbye.